Okay. Apologies for the slightly late start. I was futzing with the camera. Um, I got a new little holder thing. The base is very nice and weighted, but um, the web camera is like slightly too big, and it has sort of like rounded ears, and so the grippies do not want to grip it. So this may have to be for cell phone only type of filming, which I also don't mind. I wish it would be just like slightly big enough. I'm contemplating there are a pair of screws on the back. I'm contemplating whether or not if I undo one of those just a little, if I could mess with the amount that it would open, and thus make it perfect for the web camera, because this one has the nice benefit of being able to like go straight down. So I don't know. It's a thing I'm working on. But yeah, so how was your Tuesday? Mine was not productive at all. When last I saw you on Monday, I had gone and gotten both my vaccines for the Panini virus and the flu. And I suspected that I would have a low-grade fever. And I definitely did. But I didn't expect how long it would last. So on Monday, during the show, I actually felt the first twinges of a headache, which is one of my normal signs for a fever. And so I went ahead and I took some aspirin then. And then my headache started coming back about 7 p.m. But I didn't want to take too much aspirin then, because then I would be left like, you shouldn't take too much aspirin or aspirin type products in a day. And I wanted to save some for sleeping. So yeah, so by the time that it was like 9 p.m., my temperature was very noticeably higher. So I started sort of tracking it. And for reference, I normally run a little cooler. My normal temperature is 96.8. And like for the longest time, I had trouble remembering because what they used to say was like the normal body temperature was 98.6. And I would always get it confused because my normal is 96.8. So just like reverse those numbers. Anyway, so my temperature got up to about 99.4. So not like a high fever, but enough to be irritating and enough to make me have the shivers. My temperature when I got up the next morning was still 99.4 or whatever. It finally started coming down about noon on Tuesday, and I was like down into the 98.4s. But then it started climbing again. So like last night, it didn't. I don't think it ever got back up to the 99s, but definitely had to take some more aspirin. So I did zero writing yesterday. I just I napped a good bit. We had soup. I did do laundry. And that was it. I was worthless yesterday in terms of productivity, creative productivity. I mean, I did get the laundry done. So, my parents went and got their shots yesterday. And neither of them, I mean, my dad is tired this morning, but neither of them seem to have had a fever or anything last night, which is good. And then my brother is flying into town this afternoon, and he'll be here for a couple days, so it'll be nice to see him. So yeah, so we'll all be protected and healthy, and yeah. But yeah, that was essentially like all of that talk is to say I did not write a daggum thing yesterday. Not a daggum thing. Although I remember somewhere in the fever dream, I was like, oh, this is a really good story idea. I should write it down. And like not having the strength to like crawl out of my covers and grab my phone. I was like, maybe I'll remember it. You never do. You never do. Anyway, hopefully your Tuesday was not like that. So Amanda says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Megan says, hello. It's a dark day in Southern California. Literally, the clouds are blocking the sun, and you're contemplating turning a lamp on. Well, light is good for your eyes. So yes. Well, not all light. Trying to read or look at a screen in a dark room is supposedly not great for your long-term eye health. So yeah. Francis says, hello. CB says, hello. Becca says, hello. Hello. CB is going to be right back. The forecast calls for rain later today. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain later this afternoon as well. You're kind of looking forward to it. You feel cozy today. You want it to be cool enough to put on your holiday leggings. But tomorrow you want it to be warm again. Yeah. Cool Gamer says, hello. Hello. Elizabeth is here. Hello. You're still formatting your book in InDesign, but you're nearly finished. To Becca, your video on layout in InDesign is a lifesaver. Yay. Diane, you think maybe you just finished editing your nonfiction text. Yay. That'll be amazing. And Becca says to Elizabeth, that's so exciting. And oh, yay, I'm glad it could help. CB's Tuesday was terrible. Oh, no, you quit a knitting group. So now you're only going to one knitting group or just one group? Monique says, I'm working on my Baldur's Gate 3 fanfic and put a lot of work into Miranda's character profile. Okay, and Inadina, Irene, hello there. Thank you for hosting sprints. You're in Texas and you just started your nano day. Your goal is 5K, which is a little high for me, so I'm hoping for the best. Excellent. Hopefully we can help. And we do have several sort of competitive members who will hopefully motivate you on for some of the word count goals. So Monique says, I also have laundry to fold, but that can always be done later. I actually managed to put away half the laundry before the stream. I put away all the folded stuff. I just have the pile of stuff that has to be hung. I did hang up a couple pieces. Specifically, I hung up the pants. But yeah, I have not hung up all my shirts and sweaters yet. So Elizabeth says, definitely did and does. You saved me from lots of cursing at the screen. Yeah, anytime you learn a new software and things, it's definitely going to be a learning curve. So all the lovely tutorials that Becca and others have put out for all the types of things are just like, so save you so much time. Amanda says, I have to wait to write until tonight during your streams. You'll be focusing more on work for these sprints. We're on an accelerated schedule because of Thanksgiving, so you have to get a lot done. Yes, yeah, the holiday crunch has begun. That is for sure. Fever in any form is awful. Yeah, I do feel a good bit better today. My appetite is a little bit back, and like no signs of a headache so far today. So knock on wood. Oh, speaking of sort of like knocking and sounds and things, I saw that StreamYard has a new setting, or had a new setting. I don't know how new it is, but it supposedly filters out background noise that your microphone might pick up. So let me know if you'll hear the fan in the quiet moments, the computer fan, because I know that y'all have picked that up before. So hopefully now that I have turned that setting on, you won't hear it anymore. So, but if you do hear it, let me know, and I'll know that it's not exactly a useful thing to invest time into. So Stacy says, hello. Hello. Amanda says, same. I typically run 97.4, so anything in the 99s feels horrible. Yeah, I actually read a study that humans run cooler than they did years ago. Ooh, interesting. So 98.6 isn't accurate anymore, but nobody's changed it. Well, when I did look this up, yesterday because I was trying to figure things out. But they actually now say that there's a range, and they said that men typically run cooler than women. And I was like, well, if that's the case, then there's something definitely wrong with this 98.6. So yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what is what anymore. Jess, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Monique says the skies are nice and blue and clear here in Texas. Excellent. Elizabeth, good afternoon. Hello, how are you? Also, I love your avatar is beautiful. Nope, this one. Yes. Yes, I love that sort of mint teal color against your skin. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And CB says one knitting group. Okay, so you're down to one knitting group. Okay. Diane hit a milestone. You just finished the text to a nonfiction drawing book. Lots and lots of images, but only about 9K words. But woohoo! Now to format it, and it's going to be called An Artist Guide Drawing Basic Drawing Skills. Nice. Excellent. I'm looking forward to it because I could use some lessons and or refreshers on those. Definitely don't hear the clicking, so maybe it worked. Hopefully so. You haven't heard it yet. Okay. Hopefully it's working then. Yours is usually 97.2. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I don't know why the temperature thing matters in terms of like, I mean, I do know why, because anyway, whatever, brain. I don't know why. I've been spending too much time and concentration on it. So CB says it's been pouring here all day and you've been on 3 buses today. Ooh, that's, yeah. Being wet and then going out of the wet and just having to sit there in the damp and then having to do it again. That sucks. You're welcome. Also, in positive news, the replacement package has finally been delivered. So I now have in my hands the Lunar Mystery washi tape box set from the Notebook Therapy Tsuki collection. So I'll have to like go back and look at my Bujo and see exactly when I ordered the first one, because I had to wait for it to be delivered and then it wasn't actually delivered. And they had sent me some tracking information that wasn't very good. And so they were very kind about sending me a replacement. And so it has arrived. So during either one of the beginning or ending sprints, depending on how we're feeling today, I will be doing a few swatches in my notebook. So I'll be able to show them. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. See if I can get a good. There we go. So these ones are actually stickers, so I can take them off and use them as individual stickers. This one has a sort of like die cut edge. Is that what you call it? To look like it's been burned or torn. So I'm going to be very happy with them. And they are just the palette that I kind of have been anticipating for the reading journal that I want to build for next year. So, okay. All right. We need to do a card because we haven't done a card yet today. And then we will get to the sprints, which, I mean, 14 minutes in, maybe about 15 or 16 by the time we get to the sprint. That's not too bad. Sometimes we talk way longer. Okay, so we have the koala inverted. A lot of the ones we've been getting recently have been inverted, so I may have to shuffle again. I don't know. 35. Okay, so the main message for the koala is that the spirit has a plan. So it's a type of assurance card. So here's our koala. Are you feeling uneasy and mistrustful of the world? Have you been hiding in a safe spot, afraid to venture out because you're convinced that life and other people will disappoint you? The koala has appeared to let you know that your faith is misplaced. The present safety you seek is already passing away because all things are temporary and outer conditions are always changing. Find your safety by placing your trust and your faith in the Spirit who will grow with the abundance that is already yours. Perhaps you are acting slowly and overly cautious because you lack faith that there is more for you out there than you know. You may have boxed yourself into a safe place that has nothing else to give you and become so familiar with it that you have forgotten to explore. Are you feeling pessimistic and convinced that there is nothing more out there for you? The koala reminds you that self-care is meant to replenish you so that you can venture out again in faith, trusting that there is no limit to the joy that Spirit wants you to enjoy and experience. Be good to yourself and reconnect with the Spirit to reclaim your faith in things yet unseen. So there you go. There is our koala, or our little wise friend who convinces us that it's okay to venture out into the world and good things are waiting for us there. So, Monique also drew an inverted card, the sun. Okay, that's not always bad. The sun card can be kind of like your outward persona, your mask that you present to the world and to others. And sometimes when you find yourself having that always on, it's a reminder that sometimes you need to like demask in order to be your true self, or that perhaps you have been spending too much time with your mask on that you are forgetting your true self. So sometimes that sun can be a little overwhelming. Yes, all the oohs and the hoorays for the new washi tape. And then Elizabeth says, I am suddenly in need. Exactly. Nikki is here. Hello. Welcome. The koala called you out. Sometimes they do that. You are also being read by this card. Okay, I'm listening. Yeah, and then you definitely needed to hear that too. Yeah, that's a definite card. And I have been feeling like we've been having several cards recently that deal with accepting change. Like quite a few. Because we had this one, which is like warning against resisting the change, and like it's okay to step out of your comfort zone and go for those things. The change will be a good thing. We had what else do we have? We had the elephant, which was learning from the past, and that conditions don't always have to stay the same. You had the chameleon, act as if, and then the change that you want will come. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. We had quite a few that have had to deal with change and acceptance of change, or like your resistance to change. So perhaps with the coming of 2024, the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024, that's a mindset that we need to keep prevalent in our thoughts. Nikki says, funny thing happened earlier. You were in the Troublemakers live stream, and you and another Nikki were in the chat. So they decided that your last name starts with an S. They called you Nikki Slay. Nice. You have thunder now. Ooh, rain is on the way. Is it koaling you out? Yes. Yes. We love the puns. Puns are fantastic. Okay, let's start with a 25-minute nano. Do, 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 do. Okay. Now that we have this all set up, Mama Maggie, hello. Are you feeling better? Is your family feeling better? I hope y'all are feeling better. And now I think I've said feeling better like 4 times. um, Lexi is here as well. Hello, welcome. It's already starting. I need to hurry up. No worries. You are feeling better today. Okay, good. Good, good. I'm glad. I am very glad. Okay, so here are our regular reminders. 1, if you've already been working, now's a great time to save your document. If not, go ahead and pull up whatever document or documents that you think you're going to be working on today. Okay. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Take care of yourself as we are writing. So here we go, 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how was that? Did we have a good sprint? Did we get a lot done? Did we get some done? Did we get a little done? Did we make some progress? How did we do? I feel like I did okay. I did 519 words, so I do need to flip back and record that. $519. Okay, and that's going to bring my monthly total to, let's see, 32,879. So hopefully, if I have a good sprint, if I can write a little bit next sprint, I will break the 33K, which is good. So again, I did not write at all yesterday. Whoops, the wrong. We're supposed to be chat break right now. Here's the monthly tracker. There we go. Was kind of hoping that I might be over onto the next page by now, but that's okay. I will, like, I'm ahead enough of the game that I don't feel bad about missing a day or two. So again, not a real problem for me. What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 14th. So yesterday, I know that I wrote 0. And I'll have to go back in and add the 12th and 13th daily totals in there, which I have somewhere. And if all else fails, I can go back and rewatch my own streams to see what my totals were. But yeah, so hopefully without too much trouble, in the next day or so, I will make it over into the second spreadsheet column list thing that I have made. But yeah, so there is that. But I also have to start thinking about December. Like, what's my December theme gonna be? Maybe it'll be these new washi tapes. But we'll see. I think I'm also thinking about it because I saw that Jashi Corinne uploaded the December plan with me setup thing. I was like, December's coming. Oh no. Gotta think about that. But yeah, so fun times. Okay, anyway, let me see how y'all did. I think we had a couple people pop in. Megan had some lightning in the area, so definitely save the computers and unplug, especially without the surge protector. Jen Writes Romance says, hello, welcome. And Diane was sitting in a corner furiously formatting images. Nice. Monique says, currently making a playlist for yourself and doing a writing exercise, writing a diary entry from your character's point of view. Nice. Yeah, that is kind of a fun thing to do. And occasionally, if you really like this style of writing, you can actually do entire novels in it. I don't know how many of you know of Tamara Pierce, and some of her later stories were done in this format, which I think should be I think cataloged as an epistolary novel, which is in either letters or diaries, I think. Let's let's see, I should have it somewhere. Ah, yes, the Becca Cooper um, series. If you have read any of those, they are done in the format of diary entries. And the publisher and Tamara Pierce, I suppose, probably weighed in on this, but they chose a font that looks kind of like handwriting. And so when the character is super busy and super tired, occasionally the font gets a little sloppier, and there's like ink spills on it. It's quite fun. So you can write entire novels in this, and which is just like a fun idea. But I'm sure that was probably also really hard to format. I'm sure that was really hard to format. Monique says, currently making a playlist for myself and doing a writing exercise. This is the comment that set it off. Yes. Anyway, although I wonder if you're formatting it for print versus ebook, would that ink splotch be an issue? Would it still exist in the ebook? I'm curious. If anybody has the ebook of that, let me know. Paget says, hey all. Hello, Paget. Mom Maggie also says hi to Paget, as does Jen. Jen says, hey back. And Amanda got some work done. Yay, still working on trying to get caught up for the week on ad checking for your job, but feeling less frantic than earlier. Yay, I'm glad. Nikki got 69 words. Fantastic. Becca worked on your homework and a little bit of your screenplay. Fantastic. Jen says, hey, Becca. Stacy says, yay, I have reached the nano goal. Yay. You have about 250 to reach your daily goal, and you're about 500 words from winning nano, although not all of it is in this particular project. That's exciting. That's very exciting. And today is the halfway mark. So should you go for the 500 and just win nano at the halfway mark? I think you might should. Just maybe. Elizabeth says, finished formatting the chapters. Yay! Started on the title page, but got sucked into researching which baby gate to get for the fireplace. That's a very important thing, especially going into wintertime. So I don't blame you. Becca says hi to Jen. CB's dinner has been made and half of it has been eaten. Nice. Jen wants to know how Elizabeth's baby is doing. And how are you? Mom Maggie says hi to Jen. Elizabeth got 297 words. Fantastic. Awesome. Lexi got 1,697. Amazing, as always. And now a little food break. Yes. Ooh, Regina needs to hook up a new printer. Why am I stymied? Asked my elder brother. Printers are little devil demons of technology. So they are always terrifying, no matter what. Sometimes it's more terrifying to use them than it is to set it up. But on the other hand, if you have added things like, is it a Wi-Fi connection? Is it a Bluetooth connection? Then maybe it becomes even more terrifying to set up. But relatively, the basics of the printer, plug in and actual get it to work sometimes are not too bad. But I think it's just like our trepidation about printers in general that keep us from wanting to be best buddies with them. Elizabeth says the baby is awesome and sleeping. Ooh, finally after 4 months. Yay. Mom Maggie says, I haven't written since the 12th, so I'm listening to what I've already written in hopes of getting back on track. Also a good way to get back into it. Regina says to Mom Maggie, I feel you. I last added words on the 11th. How is that possible? Well, but you had organizing stuff that you got done too, right? Which that takes a mental and emotional toll as well. Decluttering and organizing for sure. Yeah, the pandemic brain makes writing hard. Yeah. And the fact that you've had it 3 times this year also makes it frustrating. First year is nuts with a baby. You're good. Yes. Monique says, I think the idea I have for this diary is that Miranda doesn't feel like she fits in. She spent most of her life in Feywild. That could be something that she would journal at for sure, like not fitting in. Mom Maggie says, I know, right? Looking at the date, I was like, really? Really? It doesn't seem like the days have passed by, but they have. Yeah. Yeah. Stacy says, I have that series, or at least most of it. I do too. I was not going to lie, I'm kind of disappointed in the way that it ended. In one of the characters that she chose to make an antagonist at the end of the story, but that's kind of the point, is how disappointing the fact that that character swapped sides is. Because, like, you would not think of it. That was not in the realm of possibilities in the way in the first two books that this character was built. So, not gonna lie, felt a little bit disappointed in the character. But again, it's because I didn't see it coming. so she did a good job with that. I did not see it coming. And then sort of like sorry, let me take a sip. I felt like there was sorry. I felt like there was kind of a switcheroo for character relationships. So it's like this has been substituted with that. And I was like, I again did not see it coming. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. So, but I like the characters themselves, like definitely the first two books for sure. Amazing. Just brilliant. Maybe skip the third one, but the first two, brilliant. Totally know the feeling of days passing by so fast. Yeah. You wonder if it's the bold and italics that make the ink blocking. Let me grab it real quick. Come out, please. Okay. I only knocked over one of my crystals. Okay, maybe it's not as much handwriting or handwriting font as I thought it was. Kind of ish. So it is a font choice. So like I was so afeared for my Becca. And then you get the initials, the initial handwriting font. And then by the time that she is older, it's a more standardized font. But there is definitely, and now I'm probably just going to have to flip through and find out where it is. There is a section where it gets just, there's not a literal ink splotch, but it's supposed to mimic an ink splotch. But I don't remember. Okay, well, I don't seem to be finding it at this point. Maybe I'll go through and I'll, when I find it, I'll post a picture on Instagram or something, but I want to spend the time to do it right now. So I think that made me out of focus again, didn't it? But it looks like they have layered an image of an ink spot on top of the text. So we're gonna focus, maybe. Is that better? I don't know. Did that bring the background more into focus? Did that bring me into focus? Who knows? Ooh, 716 for you. Got a good scene going. Excellent. Yes, that is what we want. Regina has been handwriting a list of events or scenes for the work in progress. Nice. You can always estimate those and add those to your total. Stacy won Nano last year on the 14th, so you're feeling ambitious today, but you would also like to win Nano in this particular project. Gotcha. So are you feeling like you'll declare the win today, or like you'll wait till you have the actual 50K in this project? With printers, it used to be so easy, just plug in and use. Now you have the Wi-Fi, the driver. Oh, I forgot the drivers. Yeah, you do have to download all the drivers. Oh no, printers are a pain to set up. I have someone to do that for me. Well, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about because I forgot the drivers. So you hate them too. Yeah. Organizing projects feel endless and all-consuming. Yeah. Yeah. So your character is a sorcerer, which is not a thing that elves usually do, and her father was dragonborn, so complicated family for sure. Yes. Regina says, I need to go the Wi-Fi route, but hey, I think I'll look at the darn thing and see if it has a USB port. Yes. Yes. Because it's more stable if it's done through a cable than it is through the internet in the air. The radio waves. Stacy says, I know the one I'm using that we set up is using USB, and now it is also Wi-Fi. I made my husband set it up. Yeah. For real, in terms of printers, I love that everyone's inventing everything now, but can we just revisit printers first and fix those? I don't think printers are ever really fixable, like, because they're just little devil demon things. Um, wants to know if Stacy's husband will travel to fix your spinning, just setting up your computer and or printer. I wish he would travel home more. He currently works over an hour away, and he's working 10 plus hours a day, sometimes 6 days a week. Wow, that's long. Yeah, that's hard, and that does put a lot on you. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's hard sometimes. All righty, y'all. I think it is time for the second sprint. And we're going to do a 30-minute. Am I sharing? No. Okay, we'll get there eventually. I'm going to scroll down the blue nano to a 30-minute. If I can estimate the time right, that'd be great. And okay. Don't know if I will seriously declare the win because I may because I did get the other project done, but I know that I need to reach 70K to win in both projects. Gotcha. Yeah. It's hard with him gone so much. We need to find ways to reconnect, which is especially hard during Nano. Yeah, that is true too. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So, 1, save a document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. That means you need a bio break, stretch break, snack break. Whatever it is, take care of yourself as you're writing. So here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Hopefully that is a decent I'm up to 1543, so I think I did like just at 1,000, which is still really good. Yeah, 1,025 is what it says. Which is awesome. 1,025. So I'm at 33,904. Okay. So in the next sprint, I should be able to cross over the 34 mark and then be able to color in one more line on the bottle. Which is great. But I'm also very, very tempted to just spend a few minutes and do the swatching for the washi tape. I'm like, it's running Wednesday, but washi tape. So maybe I'll just do the washi tape for the bonus 4th sprint. Maybe I'll be able to use the like camera placement thing that I did last time when I was setting up November. I think maybe I'll try and use that for the swatching. Maybe that way you'll be able to see them. But yeah, so that'll be the 4th sprint, I think. If I can resist. I'm trying to resist. I'm trying to be good. Get my writing done. Okay. That was the self-promo sprint. So if you have not done your self-promo, which means if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, website, blog, social media handles, nano username, if you have books out recently, books out soon, books on sale, etc., tell us where to find you. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. So a couple people did do some self-promo, so I will read those out. Well, if you have some, pop that in the chat. But otherwise, let me know how you did that sprint. Amanda's self-promo is that you are streaming tonight on your own channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. You'll be joined at some point in the night by your friend Heidi. Is that one on the spreadsheet yet? I know I didn't update yesterday because the fever brain. So let me know if it's not on the spreadsheet and I will go make sure that it's on there. Nikki has a YouTube channel, so make sure that you're subscribed to Nicole C. Swanson. Claire_30 is your username on Nano if you want to follow and be buddies there. Monique had to go because you have lunch and fold laundry. Nikki also has an Instagram if you want to follow there under Writing with Nicole. CB managed to get 4 words. Excellent. I hope they were wonderful. Stacy got distracted, so you only got about 60 words. I think I need to move my phone to the other room. I mean, that might be a thing you do. Or if you have do you have the Forest app? Because occasionally the Forest app will save me because I'm like, I don't want to kill the tree. But yeah, putting your phone in a different room could definitely help. Or even like way across the room in an uncomfortable spot. I don't know what an uncomfortable spot would be for your phone, but you know. Becca says, wrote a couple pages of the screenplay and started writing a script for a YouTube video announcement that you're making. Yay! Kat says, I just got the notification just now for the stream. like an hour, 30 minutes in, YouTube. You see, you missed a lot. Well, I mean, we have done 2 sprints, so you have missed the sprints, but we didn't actually chat for too long this morning. This morning? I don't know. I just have this habit of, like, first time I see somebody or first time I greet somebody, I'm like, "Good morning." I think that's, from the years of teaching. It's just like, just good morning. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's just the thing I do. So, Elizabeth says 350 words typed and about 70 handwritten. Nice. Excellent. I love the mixture of handwriting and typing. It's fun. Plus handwriting allows my brain to kind of like slow down sometimes. Kat says, I'm sitting at almost 19K for Nano so far. Your best ever, but still not at the target goal. So you're hoping to really knock out some words today and tonight. Excellent. Well, there are definitely streams. Wednesday nights are pretty decent, I think, I would say, in Hispano events. There are always streams going on. So yeah, we've got 2 in the 6 o'clock hour. We've got 3 confirmed in the 7 o'clock hour and 1 that's usually scheduled at 7 o'clock. We've got 2 at the 8 o'clock hour, 1 in the 9 o'clock hour, and then we have Abby Emmons, like really, really late at night well, no, that says 1 p.m. Okay, this just needs to move up then. Okay, and then tomorrow, early morning, 2 a.m., Anya is always on at in the wee hours of the morning. So there are plenty of streams to go to. And with Nano, if you have ever missed any of the streams, there's always replays. I'm not sure how many people are doing Nano over on Twitch, but that's also an option. I know Kat sometimes streams over there, Kat Leo. And I know there are a couple of Twitch-only writers that also are there, but I don't know what their regular schedules are. Lexi did 2,267 words. Wow, that's a lot. CB says, all of my nonsense is on my YouTube page under the About tab. Yes. Here is Diane's art channel link. Okay, yes, it is on the spreadsheet. Yes. Excellent. Nikki got about 200 words, 199. Excellent. Mom Maggie says, I'm watching a very interesting apocalypse show on Netflix called Into the Night about passengers on a plane fleeing a solar gamma ray event. I'm just thinking about the possible physics of that. Because at some point, if the sun is going mad, the atmosphere is going to burn. And so I don't know that the physics of flight will apply any longer. But I don't know if the atmosphere is going to be like the first thing to go or overheat or whatever. But anyway, I don't think you can escape. And I don't even know if the solar gamma ray event would like actually cause. I don't know. I might have to go watch it to find out. Elizabeth Simmons says, I have a YouTube channel and just posted my first video in almost a year. Yay! So we should check out Elizabeth's channel. Mom Maggie says, here's the link for the spreadsheet that I was just looking at. Excellent. We are going to do 2 more sprints. The third sprint is just going to be another writing sprint, and then the fourth one is when I'm going to be doing my swatches, but you can continue to write if you want. So we have another 2 sprints. There you go. So let's do a third sprint. Oh, y'all, I did not save the photo. I might have to find the photo, but you know how I've been calling this this one particular timer I have been calling the Daddy Nano timer. My parents have been going through some old photo albums and deciding which photos to keep and which ones to get rid of. And I ran across a photo of my dad, and he literally has these glasses and he just has a mustache. For most of my life, my dad has had a mustache and beard, but in those days, he shaved his beard and just kept the mustache, and he has it twirled. And I just so there's a reason why I call this the Daddy Nano, and it's because my dad had this pair. And I just didn't know it because these are just like things that are in photos, and I wasn't alive at that point. And but anyway, so yeah, so this is apparently a Daddy Nano on multiple levels. I just thought it was funny. But then again, like this glasses frame was like practically the only type of frame available during that time. It's very few options in terms of face accessories. So, Paget got some words, about 400, so that's cool. Yes. They think a solar gamma event might have caused one or more of the ELEs of the past. Yes. The all. Yeah. I just at some point I will find that photo and show it to y'all. But I don't know which box my mom put the photos that she's keeping is gone to, so may have to be later rather than sooner. But anyway, so we're going to do another 30 minutes, bring it. If I can get it to close enough. Okay, so your reminders. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that? Um, 782 for me that time. Okay. Which puts me up at 34,686. And that means that now I can fill in one more line on the water bottle. So that was a terrible, terrible line. I didn't fill the whole section. There we are. So we are now well on our way to the banana bread reward. I tried a little bit of macrame because that was my 30,000. I have the new washi set. I have not tried the resin jewelry yet, though. That is the one thing I have not done so far in terms of the rewards that I have earned. So I need to try out the new resin kit. So that's where we're at in terms of rewards. How'd y'all do? We had a couple people pop in. There was some more discussion on the science behind the show that Mom Maggie was watching on Netflix. And it sounded very, very much like sort of some of the premise behind Silo and Wool, that sort of story world of like everything up top has been radiated or whatever to death. And so you have to hide underground and behind metal and all that kind of stuff. So again, this is one of the things that's on my TBR shelf that I haven't made my way to yet. So I'm not entirely sure, but I think I remember that sounds like what the premise is. So, yeah, but Brooke showed up. Hello, welcome. Mom Maggie looked up Wool and Silo on Wikipedia. It looks very interesting. Yes. And the story behind his becoming a published author is also pretty interesting. And he's also one of the ones that insisted on keeping his ebook rights. He was one of the first to do that. So his publishing story is pretty interesting. Not to mention that his first book was sort of like, I don't want to say crowdsourced in terms of like, but he often would give choices of like, should it go this way or this way? And his audience would vote on it. And then he would proceed with the story that way. So in some ways it was very serial-esque when it was written because he was writing it as a blog post, which was also interesting. Anyway. Kay says hello. Hello. Welcome. And Echoing Voids is here as well. Hello. And CB finished up the scarf for your aunt last night at the other knitting group. Gotcha. Okay. You like the one that meets on Tuesday evening because you're not the youngest member there. Diane says, apparently at some point past me already made a cover. Oh, is it a good cover? Do we like it? Is it still applicable? Is it good? Can we use it? Because that's the good thing is sometimes past you makes good decisions. Brooke says, have some work deadlines to do, so sadly not writing yet, but you're making amazing progress with these sprints. Yay! Excellent. Becca finished your YouTube video script and now moving back to the homework. You're hoping to finish a rough draft of it today. Excellent. CB got 23 more words. Fantastic. Stacy got 251, so you have hit your daily goal. Yay! You're still under 200 words from winning Nano today, but the words are not coming, so you think you need a break. That's fine. It'll be there tomorrow. Elizabeth says, I got some things done around the house, but got back in time for 30 words. Excellent. I love a good mix of productivity and writing. CB, you just saw the trailer for Wonka, and it looks so good. Ooh, nice. Kay says, you guys are rocking it. And that Wool and Silo are excellent books. Yeah, that's what I have it on my TBR. I have not. I've been trying to whittle down my nonfiction first, and it's not really working for me, going to be honest, because I'm much more of a fiction girly. But I have had quite a few really interesting books, or what I think are really interesting books on my TBR in terms of nonfiction. So I have been trying to make my way through them. The one that I'm currently on is one that I talked to y'all about. Body Keeps the Score. But I just, I set it down because I've been, I would try to read a little bit before bed, at least 10 pages. But I set it down one evening after, and I just haven't picked it up since. And so I feel bad because I should be able to read this. And I should be able to make my way through it. And it was very interesting as I was reading it. I don't know. I set it down. Nikki says 179 words at that sprint. Excellent. Lexi got another 2,260. Amazing. Diane says, yes, I can still use it. You're going to go with it. Yay. If I come up with a better cover, I can always change it. Yes. Very true. CB says, I hate being the youngest in the group because it feels like I'm in a goldfish bowl. Oh, no. All right, y'all. Let's do one more sprint. And this sprint, I'm going to move the camera around because I'm going to try and get my swatching done. So hopefully it won't be too disturbing and too crazy when I move the camera. I think we are going to go for, let's do the Purple Teapot, but scroll it down to a 25. Yeah. Hopefully it won't take me a full 25 minutes to swatch these, but you never know. All right, let's see if I can get a little closer. That's close enough. That's close enough. All right. Let's see if I can get this pointed in the right, my messy desk, y'all. Please don't. Please don't shame me. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to do, it's really bad lighting, but it's going to have to do. We'll just go with that. Okay, so here we go. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is that you are hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So, how was that sprint? For me, it was this. So yeah, I forgot that they usually have two sets of sort of like extra stickers, just two small sheets, and they had put them in the bottom. Normally, every time I've gotten them before, they come in the top, and so this one is was stuck to the bottom of the box, but it has this sticker set has very gold gilding on it, whereas like the box picks up more copper. Um, and then you have this nice sort of aged, what would you call it? Tea stain color um, in the background there, and that sort of that tans and browns picks up again in the die cut paper, like it's burned aged paper, and again in the backgrounds for some of the sort of like 7-day stickers. So browns are prevalent. There's also purple prevalent. This one's more of like a lavender. And I was worried that maybe these spots were yellower because of the cream of my paper. Like maybe they were a little bit more transparent. But I stuck one on, so it's this one, stuck it on white paper, and it still shows up sort of like the yellow or tan coming through. So just maybe be aware of that if you don't like the sort of like creams coming through. That might be a washi tape that you don't heavily utilize. I love all these little stickers. Y'all, I love them. I love them so much. I had to count them about 4 or 5 times. There are 19 as far as I can tell. But I was like, are you sure there's not 20? Maybe it's because this has like 20 cents on it type thing. I was like, are you sure there's not 20? But I counted them. There's 19. And then, so the die cut burned paper edge and this mountain scene are the same length, which is about 24 and a half centimeters or 9.5 inches, like approximately. The length of the sticker sheet and the length of the moon phase PET tape was the same at about 9 3/4 inches and 25 centimeters. I forgot to measure the dailies. These are seven patterns before they repeat, so there's like one per day type thing. But I forgot to measure their length, so I cannot give you that. Maybe they give you that on the website, not sure. But I like them. I like them a lot. All of the moon phases for the PET tape have little tiny cursive writing that is for the particular phase. But because it's PET tape, you could cut it out, or you could just leave it in, depending on what paper you're working with or what other designs you work with. But it is very small writing. So, but the gilding on it is just gorgeous. There's the sort of coppery toned there. And then see if I can get this right. Yeah, this is almost holographic there. If I can catch the right. So it's showing more like purple and blues there. So it's at least got a couple of colors on there, but I think it is holographic. But it's more of a silver hollow than a gold one. So there we are. That is my new swatch page. I think it turned out very pretty. And I'm very excited about several of these tapes for using in my reading journal, but also just for decorating in general. So there we go. But that is going to be the end for me. We are going to have to go pick up my brother for a little bit, in a little bit. So let me see if I can get you back on your normal. Ooh, you're very tilted now. Apologies. I'm gonna have to fix that before next stream. Eh, close enough for now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm pleased with washi tape. I'm pleased with 2,325 words for today, and the fact that I got over 34,000 for the month so far. Was able to knock off another one of the wee as you move around the room. Yeah, that's what but I also know that some people get very motion sick, and so I'm like, I don't want to move the camera too much. Eventually I might be able to have multiple cameras and multiple viewpoints, and I can just like switch between them with the touch of a button rather than like twirling y'all around. But anyway, so thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. I may not see y'all in the chats tomorrow or tonight for that matter, because again, my brother's in town and we'll be spending some time together. I will do my best to make sure I update the spreadsheet for sprints. So if you have updated your streaming schedule or updated your streams in general, hopefully I'll be able to catch that, or Cat will in the morning. So yeah. Alrighty. Thank you for coming. And 260 words. Excellent. Another 1,000 for Lexi. Fantastic. Got your kid off the bus and you listened to a book. Yay. 140 words for Elizabeth. Excellent. Elizabeth writes, says, sorry, disappeared there for a bit. Finished the chapters for now. We'll have to fiddle around with them some more, but beautiful washi tapes. Yes. I'm glad you've been productive. Yay. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all. Don't forget to save and make sure you get up and stretch. All right. Bye.